Hey, hello everyone. This is Professor Nilesh Anandwani from NET exam preparation as well as आनंदवाड़ी बायोलॉजी क्लासेस। मेरे खुद के 2 चैनल्स है। आज का हमारा जो वीडियो है, मैं आपको स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग के थ्रू एकदम डिटेल में पढ़ाऊंगा वायरसेस के बारे में। जो बच्चे सीईटी या तो नीट के बारे में प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, उन लोगों के लिए वायरसेस पॉइंट काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर आपको एक भी क्वेश्चन वायरस के ऊपर आ जाता है तो 4 में से 4 मार्क्स आपके हाथ में, मुट्ठी में होते हैं। तो उस चीज़ को समझने के लिए आप लोगों को वायरस को डिटेल में समझना पड़ेगा। मैं हूं आपका दोस्त नीलेश आनंदवाड़ी, एमएससी पीएचडी बायोलॉजी। अगर आप लोगों को मेरे बारे में कुछ भी डिटेल में इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए तो आप मुझे गूगल में सर्च कर सकते हो। अगर आप मेरे चैनल पर नए हो तो प्लीज़ मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलिए। चलो देखते हैं वायरसेस क्या है डिटेल में। हेलो एवरीवन। जैसे मैंने अभी आपको वीडियो में बताया, तो आज हम डिटेल में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं वायरसेस के बारे में। तो वायरस क्या है? तो एक्चुअली वायरसेस से रिलेटेड जो भी डिसीजेज होते हैं वो तो काफ़ी भयानक डिसीजेज होते हैं। फिर वो चाहे प्लांट में क्यों ना हो, या तो फिर कोई एड्स इन्फेक्शन क्यों ना हो, बर्ड फ्लू क्यों ना हो, चिकनगुनिया क्यों ना हो, तो ये कोई भी वायरसेस इन्फेक्शन है वो काफ़ी प्रॉब्लमेटिक है। सो टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ अ वायरसेस। सो लेट्स गाइस, without wasting our time, let's begin with one by one character. So सबसे पहला जो character है, first character is actually the definition of virus. What is that? Viruses are obligate intracellular parasite. Viruses are obligate intracellular parasite. What does it mean? Intracellular means found inside the living cell. Parasite means they are causing infection, and obligate means cannot live without. Means viruses cannot live without any living cell and they are infectious organism. Okay, so this is actually the definition of virus. Viruses are nothing but intracellular obligate parasite. Second, they are placed at the boundary between living and non-living. To whom you will call living? The living organisms, actually according to the biology, the living organisms are those who shows ability of a response to stimuli. You can say reproduction, respiration, metabolism and growth. Viruses actually they possess their own enzyme, but they cannot make their own protein. So the organism, those who cannot make their own protein, they are considered as a non-living. An organism, those who possess enzyme, they are considered as living. So viruses, they contain one property of a living and one property of a dead. So they are actually placed at the boundary between living and non-living. Third character, mostly viruses are infectious. Instead of saying mostly, I thought that maximum viruses are infectious. एक्चुअली मुझे कोई ऐसा वायरस नहीं पता जो ह्यूमन के लिए बेनिफिशियल हो, सिर्फ एक्चुअली एक वायरस को छोड़ के, जिसे हम बोलते हैं एनपीवी. NPV stand for nucleopolyhedrovirus. Nucleopolyhedrovirus is a one type of a virus which is basically used to kill the other type of bacteria and fungi which are causing infections in the farm. The term virus was first time used by the Louis Pasteur scientist, who is known as the father of microbiology. Viruses do not eat the food particle. Like we human being eat the food particle, animal eat the food particle. Same way, viruses do not eat any food particle. Viruses cannot survive outside the living host and they are host specific. जैसे हमने definition में कहा था, as we have discussed in definition, they are obligate intracellular parasites. Same way, viruses cannot survive outside the living host and they are host specific. What does it mean, host specific? They are specific to particular host. For example, AIDS causes infection in human and monkey, so it will cause infection only in human and monkey. Like you can say tobacco mosaic infection causes into tobacco plant only, so such infection will not cause to the human being, so it will be stick to the only plant. So this concept is called as a host specificity. Study of viruses is called virology. It's a common character. Viruses are much smaller, so they can be seen in electron microscope. Yes, if you try to see the virus in normal compound microscope, then you will not be able to see, because viruses are very much smaller than the bacterial cell. their size ranges from 10 nanometer to the 2000 nanometer. मतलब जो smallest virus होगा, the virus which might be the smallest one may have a 10 nanometer size, and the virus which is considered as the largest one is considered as to be 2000 nanometer. Viruses can't grow on artificial media but can grow on a natural media like chick embryo technique. As you know that bacteria can grow on a artificial nutrient medium. We call them nutrient medium. Same way viruses cannot grow on any artificial medium. So viruses can grow on a natural medium like a chick embryo technique. What it has to be do? In a chicken, whatever the natural eggs are there, in that egg viruses are inoculated or introduced. If chicken basically hatch, if a baby chicken bird basically comes out, it means viruses is not grown. Otherwise, if a baby inside the egg is died, it means viruses has been grown. So this is the way to grow the viruses as a chick embryo technique. Like AIDS virus are also grown nowadays in white blood cells. Viruses either possess DNA or RNA, but never both in a single virus. Like a we human being, plant, other animal do possess DNA, RNA both. Same way, viruses do not possess DNA, RNA both. Virus either contain DNA or RNA. There is actually no any reported virus which contain both things. Like a AIDS virus. In AIDS virus, there are two RNA, but basically they convert one RNA into DNA when they introduces their genetic material into the human being. They contain capsid or spike, which is infectious agent. They contain capsid or spike, which is infectious agent. I'll show you. Now you can see this structure. These are actually the first part of a virus. You can see this. These are the first part of a virus which basically attack on a host cell, living host cell. So these are called as a capsid or spike. Depending on the, you can say, shape, they are capsid or spike. Next, viruses have enzyme and other simple organelle, but membrane bounded organelles are absent. Means viruses do contain their enzyme and simple cell machinery, but they don't have a membrane bounded organelle like mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, etc. Next one, classification of virus is done by the Howard Temin and David Baltimore. If you remember these two, you can say very famous personality. This Howard Temin and David Baltimore are also the person those who found the reverse transcriptase enzyme (RT) enzyme from the AIDS virus, which is used to convert reverse transcription, means to make a DNA out of RNA. They can be crystallized. First time tobacco mosaic virus was done in the crystalline form by the scientist called as a Stanley. So Stanley converted first simple form of virus into the crystal form. Moving towards the 16th number character, Adolf Meyer in the 1886 demonstrated that mosaic disease of a tobacco is caused due to the tobacco mosaic virus, and DJ Ivanovsky in 1890 to confirm observation of Meyer. Actually, what they are saying, Adolf Meyer was the scientist who says that mosaic disease in the tobacco plant is actually caused due to the tobacco mosaic virus, and Meyer basically confirmed that. Ivanovsky confirmed the you can say observation and practical of a Meyer. Viruses means they can be stored for a long period of time, and outside the body of a host they do not show any activity. They are like a non-living. Means you can store the virus for a longer period of time, but outside the host you can't grow them. Actually, I have visited the Nari Institute. You might be knowing that Nari means National AIDS Research Institute at Pune, where I have found that these peoples were storing the AIDS virus for longer period of time. And you can say when you are storing any virus outside the living host, they becomes a non-living material. There was one scientist called as M.W. Bejering in 1898. He called the virus are vivum or poisonous fluid, referred as a contagium vivum fluidum. Virus are basically viva, means poisonous, and they are fluid like in state, neither liquid nor in gel, and they are contagious, means when virus comes in a contact they behave like a poisonous fluid. This was said by the Beijing scientist. This is very important things for the NEET student. Okay, now come to the interesting about things about the virus. So actually there are three variety of a virus. Virus which causes infection in a plants, they are called as a plant virus. And virus which causes infection in animal, they are called animal virus. Whereas virus which causes infection in bacteria, they are called as a bacterial viruses, or you simply called as a bacteriophage. It is very important for genetic engineering in transferring of a genes called as a transduction. Plant viruses. Viruses which infect a plant are called as a plant viruses. They consist of a single stranded or RNA or double stranded RNA. Second one is animal virus. Viruses which infect to the animal, they are called as animal virus. They contain either RNA or DNA. They shows radial symmetry. Whereas virus which infect bacteria are called as a bacteriophage, or you can say bacterial virus. The genetic material of a bacteriophage is almost DNA or maximum DNA. They were discovered by the Todt in 1915, and it was rediscovered by the Felix D. Harreley. Uh, I think so. It was in the 1917. So it was a plant, animal, and virus classification of virus according to the causative, means according to the host. Now, there are some infectious disease and their causative agent. Like a plant disease caused by viruses are like little leaf of a brinjal, yellow and mosaic of a lady species finger, and you can say potato leaf roll, leaf curl of a papaya, bunchy top of banana, grassy shoot of a sugarcane, and tobacco mosaic disease. Common symptoms due to the viral infection include local lesion, means normal spots, cleaning of a vein, a leaf central vein basically get clean, mosaic formation means network like formation, chlorosis means deficiency of a chlorophyll pigment, necrosis means damaging of particular part, stunting and premature defoliation. Stunting means low growth. Premature defoliation means before the aging of a leaf get fall down. Ring spotting, like a ringworm infection. There are certain animal disease caused by the viruses, like common cold caused due to rhinovirus, influenza caused due to myxovirus, smallpox caused due to variola virus, mumps caused due to paramyxovirus, measles caused due to morbillis virus, poliomyelitis caused due to poliovirus, yellow fever caused due to flavivirus, swine flu caused due to H1N1 virus, AIDS caused due to HIV retrovirus. HIV virus means retrovirus, also called as a human T lymphocyte virus. So guys, this was some features about the viruses, some types of viruses, and common disease caused due to the virus. This is some snaps of viruses. I hope so you like my video. Uh, and if you genuinely like my video, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for the watching other videos. Thank you so much guys. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.